it's important for you to make sure that you decide on who to marry in the presence of the creator and the manufacturer of marriage, God himself. As a single person, consult God before you go into marriage. Marriage is not a weekend affair. It's a lifetime event. And I used to say this. If you are from Yoruba land, you will understand what I'm saying. Well, I don't know other cultures too. This is what marriage looks like. You know the masquerade and the masquerader. The masquerade is the cloth. The masquerader is the person that puts on the masquerade. So, when the masquerader puts on the masquerade and is going in the heat of the afternoon, and suddenly he farts, he cannot remove the masquerade and say, I need fresh air. No. He will stay under it and be enjoying. The only thing he can do is to pray for fresh air to come on time. That is marriage. Your spouse will fart. You cannot say, I'm going out to, No, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy. That is the biblical way of handling marriage. That is it. So, because your life depends on it, you cannot afford to marry just anybody. There is no institution on earth where your Christianity is tried like the institution of marriage. When you get married, you move from patience to endurance. From endurance to long suffering. There's no institution where you need forgiveness and where you need to give forgiveness like the institution of marriage. Close one eye in prayer. Open the other one in looking before you get married. They say marriage is blind. They say love is blind. Love is blind. Marriage is the eye opener. Look before you leap. There are men today and there are women today that will have gone faster, further, and better than where they are today, if not that they missed it in marriage. There are people whose lives and destinies will have mattered, if not that they missed it in marriage. If you're not called into the institution of marriage, it's a different thing. But if you miss it in marriage, I can conclusively tell you that over 90% of your life is at risk. So look very well. Before you go into a marriage, consider 4 major things. Number 1 is spiritual maturity. Be born again. And when you are born again, grow in the Lord. Don't just get married now. Beg your pardon. Don't get born again now. And then the next thing is marriage. Marriage is not for boys and girls. Walk with the Lord. Be sound spiritually. Because it takes the spiritual strength, the strength on the inside, to carry the weight on the outside. You also need physical maturity. When your spouse introduces you, we should not be looking for you on the ground. You are 19 years old, or you are 16 years old, you are 11 years old. Marriage is not the next thing. You can pray about marriage, but it's not the next thing. Go and pass jam. And get ready. Number 3, you must be emotionally mature. You must be emotionally mature. Your wife may want to cry sometimes over your shoulders, and women, we have the gift of crying. I may not go into that tonight. But if you are not mature emotionally, if your life is still tied to the aprons of your mother, while your wife is crying, you'll be crying, and your child will be crying, weh. So to become a family of town criers. So you must be emotionally mature. Number 4, you must be financially mature. I'm not being materialistic, but I am being realistic. You cannot claim none After 9 months of marriage, Kiri can claim the person. So one of you should have a job. And don't wait for the government to get you a job. Think and do something. My husband and I are full-time ministers of the gospel. We are also full-time business people. I don't know the color of our offering at church. And I don't want to know. I'm a kingdom, whatever. So, do something with your life. Don't just sit down and be speaking in tongues at 11 a.m. The angels don't even understand what you are saying. It is a sign of laziness. Wake up and do something with your life. I've written and published 80 books. My books are on Amazon. Every month, something comes to my American account from that. Think. I don't go to bed when my mates go to bed. I told God many years ago that I don't want to die as a woman. I want to die as an institution. That after I'm gone, they will still be doing research about my life. I don't want to be an ordinary wife. I don't want a regular anointing. You must be ready to pay the price. I want my husband to wake up once in a while, just stare at me while I'm sleeping and give thanks to the Lord. So invest into your life now. And do something with your life. All this gallivanting around and having 15 friends, it won't pay you. It won't do you any good. Do something with your hand. Work with your hand. It is not every woman or every wife that the husband can send packing. When the man remembers that if you go, the blinds are going, the TV is going, the carpet is going to say, we should not be fighting in this home, We should not be fighting. So invest into your life as a single person. I stand here tonight to say that a great Christian marriage is a salary paid by God. Serve God. My husband was the most active brother in our church. I was the most active sister. We didn't know we were going to be married. God pays salary. I started sweeping almost 40 years ago. I still sweep in church as a bishop's wife. And I will sweep till Jesus comes. And because I travel a lot, I have employed someone who comes to church every Saturday to clean. And I pay. Serve God. What is speaking for you on the altar? You eat chewing gum and then you stick it on the chairs in church. You are passing, you saw a piece of paper in your father's house. You just pretend and then you walk away. And you wonder why your prayers are not answered. Serve God. A good marriage is a salary paid. Serve Him. I was in Ikorodu yesterday and I was sharing this testimony. My junior sister lived with me for 11 years. She'll be 50 in a few days' time. And she served me. God helped us to give her a befitting wedding. I thank God her husband is even here tonight. So this testimony is real. After the wedding, she didn't conceive first year, second year. And I was wondering, Lord, what's going on here? Lola served me, and part of your grace for my life is to help women or families that are believing you. How come that my own sister does not have a child? Hear what God said to me in the place of prayer. Every time the angels brought Lola's babies, she was absent from church. I said, what? No, Lord. Lola is always in church. Every service she's there. Hear what the Lord said to me next. The angels have been instructed not to take her babies to the main service, but to choir rehearsals. Because my sister was waiting on the Lord, she left the choir. She was a singer, so she left. God comes late when He wants to come big. Don't give up at a quarter to your miracle. So when you come for choir rehearsal, don't think you're just joking. The angels are there. God is there. He's sending blessings. I called my sister. How many ears do you have? God just spoke to me about you. She went back to the choir 2 weeks after she got pregnant. Today she has a girl and a boy. Serve God as a single person. I wish I can tell you this. In any language you will understand. Serve God. God waits there. Serve Him with your money. Serve Him with your time. Don't listen to any rubbish on the internet. The Bible is real. Heaven and earth can pass. Not a little will pass. Before the foundation of the earth, the principles of God have been there. It doesn't matter who is writing grammar. The women. I said this, and I'm saying it again. Any man that insists on sleeping with you is a bicycle. Wait for your Bentley. If a man slaps you while you are in courtship, don't marry him. He will kill you after marriage. If a woman locks your tie while you are still dating her, don't marry her. Your greatest need, or one of your greatest needs as a man, is respect. Don't marry a woman that doesn't respect you. Don't marry a man that does not respect you. Respect is crucial. When you get into marriage, that is when you realize that sex is not 24/7. A time comes when the generator is packing up already. You are tired. If there's no that thing that sustains that marriage, then it will fall apart. So it's not just about sex. Vision is important. Love is important, but love is not everything. There are days you wake up and you don't feel love in your heart. But it's not precious. Storms will come. In my study, there are 14 kinds of storms that blow against every marriage. Whether you are married to the most anointed or to a devil. Once it is marriage, storms will come. So please, as a single person, it's important for you. Life is not governed by miracles. It is governed by principles. Genesis 8:22. While the earth remaineth, seed, time, harvest. Don't break anybody's home. Don't sleep with your boss in the office. 100 women are waiting to sleep with your husband. If you don't want to repeat, don't sow it. Don't sleep with a man of God. Dress properly as a single person. Dress well. Cover your nakedness. Don't wear a dress that you must be pulling it down and pulling it down. You too, you know something is wrong. Pulling it down. And then you come to church, you don't even take a scarf to cover it. And you know the dress is short. And you wonder why you are being raped. There's no excuse for rape. Rapists have mental issues. But I'm just asking you to please dress well as a single person. When you are in courtship, discuss about the future. Don't just go to Mr. Biggs and be eating chocolate and eating whatever. Talk about your destiny. Talk about it. What do you want to become? What do you want to do? Talk about your accounts. Talk about the number of children. Talk about destiny. Marriage is for destiny. Don't just waste your time sleeping around.